Someone's driving off with an AA van is driving off with the side door open. Is no one gonna stop him? Is actually no one gonna stop him? Are you me? This country. Hello everyone, today is Friday the 10th of September. Last Saturday was a bit of a predicament for the last month or so because I found out that it was the same date as both the next endurance round and the next round in the SRK. As I had the same predicament the previous month where the endurance round and the round at Wilson Mill, they both fell on the same day as well, and I went for the endurance round. I thought it was only fair to this time give the SRK the attendance that it deserves, but I managed to do both. I did both the SRK round at Three Sisters, which is up in Wigan, and then I drove all the way down to Llandow in the South Wales to do the endurance round. I didn't actually think about attempting it until the night before, so it must have been Friday night. And that was because I thought the round was at 2:30, because all these rounds have been either like 12:30 or 2:30. So I thought it was going to be an afternoon race in the SRK, in which case there was no way I was going to get to Llandow. But the race started at 11 o'clock, and I was like, maybe if we leave in enough time we can get down to Llandow. Let's just talk about each quickly. So the SRK, Three Sisters is an incredible track. It's a lot like Llandow in terms of the actual where you start in the corner. You know, they're very similar. They're not the same, but they're very similar. Three Sisters is just an enlarged version of Llandow, basically. It's a really fun track. It's a really quick track. There's a lot of sweeping corners and it exudes speed. You know, it does not slow the kart down. Even in the slowest corner, which is probably the last corner, you can carry so much speed through there. It's incredible. And actually one person got caught out, but and it wasn't me, I promise. As for the karts, initially I thought it was just me because of something I did in practice, but everyone was saying the same kind of thing. The brakes are a little they don't fill you with confidence. And in my practice session on our race day, I think we were doing the club circuit. That back straight, we turned right instead of going up and over. I knew we were turning right, but I put my foot on the brake and there is no feedback whatsoever. So there's no feedback from the actual pedal, and then also the kart must decelerate so smoothly that even when you press it hard, you don't think it's braking. A mate of mine said that if you basically crash it into the kart's floor, then you actually feel a little twitch from the back. Otherwise, it's purely a trust exercise. And so when I went on for those brakes, I did not think I was going to turn. So I went straight up and over and then arched around the top part. And then I fed back in with my hand up. I was the only person to do it. But when I came out after the practice, people were asking, you know, why did you do that and all this kind of stuff? And I was just like, I did not think that brake was going to go. And then a lot of people were saying the same kind of thing. And actually, the stewards nearly gave me a penalty for that. So I was like, oh, right, okay. You are going to be strict. So yeah, the track is incredible. The karts are great. Brake pedals a little, you get used to it. But using my watch, my Garmin, I recorded all the sessions on Strava, and it turns out that these karts I maxed out at 66 miles an hour. I maxed out, other people more than likely went quicker, but me, I maxed out at 66 miles an hour. That is incredible. I mean, so the kart we've been using in the endurance rounds, I think the quickest I've gone in that is 60. Obviously that's a lot. The track we're on in Llandow, it's smaller, so it probably would go quicker than this kart up in Wigan at Three Sisters. But that just amazed me. I knew we were going quick, but I did not think we were going that quick. So yeah, the karts are great. There was a few reliability issues, but overall I think it was pretty good. And then as for the staff and the organisation, it was great. It was a bit of a slow start, but I think that was more down to us than it was the track. They were ready for 11 o'clock. But yeah, so that was that. In terms of my day of racing, the practice was good. Apart from that little mistake, I managed to get into a bit of a flow. And then yeah, heats 1, 2 and 3. The first heat was very good. I can't remember the specifics, but I'm fairly certain I started second to last on the grid. I think I was about 13th, 14th. Me and the guy behind me, we made such a good start together, and we jumped a few people, and then probably around midway through the race, I think I was about 7th or 8th, and obviously the guy that started behind me, he'd come with me, and we were just short of the group in front of us, and they were tussling with each other. They were going over bumps, they were going onto the grass, they were swerving all over the track, and together we were just trying to get as close to them as we could. We couldn't catch, we did catch them, but we were right on the back of them as the checkered flag came out. But that was a very good race to start off with. The second race, I started on first, and two of my mates, they started in second and third, which was great. And I was like, after that first race, after making such a good start, I was like, this is going to be great. And I think it was because of that confidence, I overdid it. And so the start procedure is red light, green light. Okay, so we're sat here, we've all lined up, we're sat, we're ready. As soon as I see that red light, I go. That's wrong, innit? So I jump forward, I quickly go on the brakes. It's split second. I probably go 5 seconds. I probably go 5 centimeters forward, and that's it. Honest to God, probably only 5 centimeters. And I stop, and then because from red to green is split second. So it's red. I go, I stop. It then goes to green. So I do not make a good start, basically. The second comes alongside me, and then I basically then just get swarmed into turn 2, and then someone sends me out wide, and I go grass hopping, and then probably coming out of turn 3, I might be down in 4th or 5th, and then it was pretty much the same kind of thing as we went on through the race. I think I finished around 9th or 10th. I'm not too sure, but it was really annoying, and it was all down to that start. I just overdid it. Simple as that. I know that I'm great at making starts. I've had a little practice on the roads, you know. As soon as that goes to green, yeah. So amber, whenever I stop at traffic lights now, okay, red is red, amber is red when you're on the track, and then green is green. So I can be like, right, we're red, we're amber, right, I'm getting ready, green, right, go. Just practice that little reaction time. But yeah, so that was race 2, and then race 3 we started mid-grid, and I think I finished about mid-grid. And then in the final, so there was 2 finals for the day, A and B. I started in the B final, and I started alright, but the people behind me just had more pace. And in the end, I had a really good fight with one of the pro drivers. So that was a nice way to end it. And then a mate of mine, he absolutely smashed the final. It's only his 2nd competitive outdoor race, and not only did he win his class, but he finished 5th overall. Oliver, if you ever see this video, mate, you know that I was excited for you, but mate, you're incredible, and you fully deserve not only the recognition at that event, but going forward. You know, not only are all the drivers going to look at you differently, but the teams, mate. But yeah, so he absolutely smashed that 2nd race, and that was really exciting to see that. And it was when we were doing the crazy drive down to Llandow, because we finished there at about 3 o'clock. Oh. Ah! Oh my god. Yeah, it was because we finished there at about 3 o'clock. It was when we were driving down. I said to Mum, because she came with me, which was great. This is the first race she saw of the year. So that was really nice to have her there. Thank you for coming, Mum. Thank you. I think we had a really fun day out. But yeah, it was driving down to Llandow from Three Sisters. I was saying to Mum that I got so much adrenaline from seeing someone else achieve, and from seeing someone else absolutely smash it. I got such a high from that. And I mean, I didn't give Ollie any advice, nothing like that, and I don't want this to turn into that. But the feeling it gave me was, you know, I'm turning into a team leader at work, in that working environment. And it's just made me think that, you know, with my previous aspirations of becoming a personal trainer, you know, maybe in the future there is a role for myself within coaching in this environment. You know, maybe one day, because, you know, I'm not the quickest. I believe I can become the quickest, because I don't think it's an age thing. I think it's a commitment thing, and just practice. And, you know, so there's nothing to say that I won't get to the top, but I got so much thrill out of seeing Ollie in that final race. And then when he was coming into the pits, you know, I saw in his eyes, he was so giddy. He was so, and I've been like that before. And so I don't know that specific feeling that he was feeling, because that was unique to him. But I know that feeling. And for some reason, I just preferred this feeling. And that was really nice. That was really, really nice. So it's opened me up to that. And so yeah, you know, the more I do, you know, this last 6 months, what I've done within karting over these 2 championships has been the most I've ever done. And I've learned so much from it. I've been exposed to so much that, you know, opening my mind up to coaching and to potentially prioritizing other people within racing is so exciting, because I found that out so early in this whole process. So it means that going forward, you know, I can think about maybe starting a team. Maybe. We'll see. So yeah, so that occupied a little bit of the drive from Three Sisters to Llandow. And yeah, just to wrap up on the SRK, really great event again from the organisers, Diego, Sam, Luke. You guys absolutely smashed it once again. I'm really enjoying the SRK. I'm enjoying being in the open class. It's a lot more competitive, and I'm just getting a lot more satisfaction out of it than I think I would have got if I stayed in the weighted amateur class. So that was really fun. Again, I've touched on the tracks and the kart, awesome. And yeah, as for my results, there was 4 people in the open class. I finished 4th, but I feel a lot better coming out of it than I do from Bayford Meadows. I had a really more competitive day. I had a lot more fun with the drivers, and yeah, I really can't wait to the next round, which is Brighton in 2 weeks from now, so 3 weeks from the previous round. I think it's on the 25th of September. So yeah, that'll be really fun. We're done, aren't we? Video's longer than it should have been. I had a really good time last Saturday. The SRK is a great championship. If anyone's looking at getting into these kind of things, getting into karting, rental karting is the best way of doing it. It's cheaper, and you get to meet like-minded people that just want to do what you want to do. And the SRK is a great option to do that. So, great event. Really looking forward to going back. And Three Sisters is a very good track. So, and then also, yeah, just this idea of, I met the rest of my team in the SRK, and yeah, Rupert and is it Jake or Jack? J-A-K. Which one's? Yeah, no, Jake, because Jack is CK. Right, so Jake. Yes. So I met the rest of my team on the Saturday. So Jake and Rupert, you guys are great, and it's racing with you guys and then with Oliver. It's made me think that maybe coaching is my future. Maybe, as much as I want to be the one that's winning the races, maybe I can be winning the races, but just from a managerial point of view. Maybe. We'll see. Time will tell. In 10 years, if I do, I'm going to repost this video.